The streets of Accra hummed with a distinct energy on May 26, 2025. Ghanaian citizens gathered in a significant demonstration. Their purpose was clear: to show robust support for Captain Ibrahim Traore. He is the military leader of neighboring Burkina Faso. Welcome to Adare Africa, thanks for watching. This event was not merely a fleeting moment of solidarity. It hinted at deeper currents of political sentiment stirring within Ghana. The people came with conviction in their hearts, their voices united, chanting for a leader from another nation, yet one who clearly resonated with their aspirations for change and strong leadership in the region. This demonstration followed closely on the heels of another significant event. On May 25, 2025, Ghanaians and members of the African diaspora marched for African Liberation Day. This march also carried strong messages of solidarity with Captain Traore. A powerful call echoed through Accra hands off the AES. This referred to the Alliance of Sahel States. Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger formed this alliance. The May 25th march effectively set a precedent. It highlighted a burgeoning Pan-Africanist spirit, one that fiercely guards the sovereignty of these Sahelian nations against perceived external pressures and meddling. The political and social atmosphere in Ghana provided a unique backdrop for these events. Ghana itself had recently seen a change in leadership. President John Dramani Mahama was sworn into office on January 7, 2025. Notably, Captain Ibrahim Traore attended this ceremony. He received the loudest and most enthusiastic ovation from the audience. This early reception was a strong indicator of his burgeoning popularity among Ghanaians. It suggested a public sentiment that was perhaps looking beyond its own borders for inspiration, or identifying shared regional aspirations for a new kind of governance. This wave of support for Traore in Ghana is not an isolated case. It is part of a much broader political transformation unfolding across West Africa. The region is witnessing a profound questioning of long-established political norms and structures. Many citizens appear to be searching for alternative models of leadership. They seek leaders who seem to offer decisive action and a break from past disappointments. The enthusiastic demonstrations in Accra serve as a compelling illustration of this significant shift. They challenge previous assumptions about political development and democratic adherence in this dynamic part of the African continent. Captain Ibrahim Traore is a name that has rapidly gained prominence. He is currently 37 years old, making him one of the world's youngest leaders. His background is in the military. He seized power in Burkina Faso through a coup in September 2022. This move ousted the then military leader, Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. Traore's ascent occurred during a period of significant instability and insecurity in Burkina Faso. He quickly projected an image of a determined and focused leader. His youth itself has become a notable aspect of his public persona and a key element of his widespread appeal across the continent. A central pillar of Traore's leadership is his avowed Pan-Africanist stance. He frequently speaks out against Western imperialism and neo-colonialism. His rhetoric emphasizes African sovereignty and self-determination. These messages resonate deeply with many who feel that Africa has long been subject to external exploitation. He articulates a compelling vision where African nations take full control of their destinies. This positioning casts him as a modern-day champion of African interests. He often draws parallels to historical figures who fought for the continent's liberation, further solidifying his image as a transformative figure. This Pan-Africanist vision directly influences his foreign policy. Traore's government has notably distanced Burkina Faso from traditional Western allies, particularly France. Instead, it has cultivated closer relationships with nations like Russia and China. He has publicly stated his belief that these countries offer more genuine partnerships for African development. This strategic realignment represents a bold departure from previous foreign policy orientations. It has understandably generated considerable international discussion. It signals a desire to diversify alliances and reduce dependency on former colonial powers, a move applauded by his supporters. Traore's commitment to sovereignty extends emphatically to economic policy. His administration has initiated several significant measures. These include the nationalization of some foreign-owned mining operations. A state-owned mining company has been established. Foreign mining firms are now required to cede a 15% stake to this entity. They must also facilitate skills transfer. Furthermore, his government is constructing a gold refinery. It aims to build substantial national gold reserves. In a symbolic gesture, Traore rejected the presidential salary, choosing to receive only his military captain's pay, reinforcing his image as a selfless leader. Captain Traore's popularity in Ghana, and indeed across much of Africa, stems from several interconnected factors. His youthfulness is a significant element. Africa has a median age of just 19. A young leader like Traore, who is only 37, naturally connects with this demographic. He is often perceived as stylish, confident, and articulate. This provides a stark contrast to many older, more entrenched political figures on the continent. His image, often disseminated through social media, portrays him as a dynamic and accessible leader, one who understands the aspirations of a new generation. His appeal is also deeply intertwined with populist ideas. He evokes the legacy of Captain Thomas Sankara, another Burkinabe leader. Sankara is widely revered for his revolutionary spirit, anti-imperialist stance, and progressive policies. Traore is frequently likened to Sankara. This comparison elevates his standing among those who admire Sankara's vision. He taps into a powerful current of revolutionary nostalgia. His message promises decisive action and a departure from systems perceived as corrupt or ineffective. This resonates strongly with citizens who are frustrated with the pace of change and yearn for more robust leadership. The support for Traore is further amplified by prominent cultural figures. Hezron Clark, a Jamaican reggae singer, is one such example. Clark discovered his Ghanaian roots in 2023 and is also known by his African name, Kwame Bonsu. He has publicly expressed strong solidarity with Traore. During the May 25th protest in Accra, his team member Bobo Ranking shared a video message from Clark. In it, the singer praised Traore's vision. Clark had previously hosted an Instagram live session on April 30th, 2025, performing a tribute song titled "Man on a Mission for Traore." This groundswell of support aligns with broader sentiments across the continent. A 2024 Afrobarometer survey highlighted declining popular support for Western-style democracy in Africa. Ghanaian security analyst Professor Kwesi Anning has noted this trend. He suggests that Traore offers an alternative. For many, he represents a departure from democratic promises that have, in their view, failed to deliver tangible improvements. Traore is seen as prioritizing national interests and decisive action. This perception is compelling for a growing number of people who are disillusioned with existing political models and are seeking more assertive leadership. The political landscape of West Africa is undergoing significant transformations. The rise of military leadership, particularly in the Sahel region, is a defining feature of this shift. Countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have formed the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. This is more than just a collection of individual leaders, it represents a regional trend. These governments are actively challenging established regional bodies, such as ECOWAS. They are forging new alliances amongst themselves. This development signals a major restructuring of power dynamics within West Africa, with leaders asserting greater autonomy. Captain Traore's economic policies are a key component of his agenda. His government has implemented measures aimed at increasing national control over resources. Interestingly, the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank have offered a generally positive assessment of Burkina Faso's economy under his leadership. They noted robust growth and a reduction in the rate of extreme poverty, which fell to 24.9%. However, these positive indicators are accompanied by challenges. Inflation, for instance, rose from 0.7% in 2023 to 4.2% in 2024. This presents a complex economic picture requiring careful navigation. However, Traore's leadership is not without its critics and serious concerns. His regime has faced accusations of cracking down on dissent. Opposition figures, media outlets, and civil society groups have reportedly been targeted. Political activities have been suspended. This intolerance towards criticism has raised alarms about authoritarian tendencies. There are legitimate fears that his efforts to consolidate power could lead to further repression. The claim by his junta in April 2025 of foiling a coup plot, allegedly involving individuals based in Ivory Coast, highlights both internal tensions and the volatile political climate. The outpouring of support for Ibrahim Traore, as seen in Ghana, is deeply significant. It raises profound questions about the future direction of governance in West Africa. Is this a sustainable new wave of Pan-Africanism, or a more transient reaction to specific regional and global conditions? The tension between the desire for strong sovereign leadership and the established principles of democratic governance is palpable. Burkina Faso continues to grapple with a long-standing Islamist insurgency, adding another layer of complexity. The region is undeniably at a crossroads, charting an uncertain but dynamic course